Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Next Shot, where I'm here with my co-host, Luke Kassick. How you doing, Luke?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Today, we are actually going to jump into our topic of food photography. So, Luke, we give the assignment on our last episode when Jonathan was on for food photography. What did you think about that when we made that challenge?
I was thinking I was scared as hell. Nothing I had ever done. I mean, we've all taken pictures of our food at a restaurant, or at something we think is cute and post on Instagram, but never to this scale have I ever gone.
Right. So you're saying that it was a bigger challenge than you thought, right?
It was 2 weeks of nonstop sweating and pacing and changing my mind and freaking out, and it was a stressful 2 weeks, but in the end, hopefully it turned out okay.
Yeah, I was the same way. Just thinking about, I think the hardest part was, do I do something while I fix supper, or do I go out and purchase something and be creative? So I think the audience today is going to love the pictures that we chose. So let's get right into it.
All right, let's do this.
All right, Luke. So before we get started, let's talk about last week's episode of the blooper reel. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I loved it from beginning to end. I think I've watched it like 10 times. Hopefully everybody else liked it. But little do they know that used to be our daily life when we worked together.
This is true.
It was like that 24/7.
Oh man. So, just thinking about the blooper reel, you guys, if you like the blooper episode, we're going to try to put more of those in. And we're hoping we don't mess up as much, but if we do, we'll make sure we share that with you guys. But definitely leave us a comment and let us know how we're doing. And if you got any other challenges for Luke and myself and any other guests, just let us know as well. This actually was a challenge that we did for when Jonathan was on as our guest for food photography. So this is what we're going to show you guys, is a take on how we did the food. So let's jump right in, guys. So this is Jonathan, our photographer that we had on last week before the blooper episode. This is his take on the apple cinnamon oatmeal that he made at his house. So Jonathan, thank you for the submission. Luke, what do you think about this image here?
So I like it. What I like about it, and I didn't even think about it, is like, I don't know if that's a towel or like a sheet or something underneath, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or is it a slab of marble? It pops off against the apple and the cinnamon stick. I like that.
It does. And this is kind of like more of, I guess, my style as well. I like the lighter images.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it depends on what you're fixing or what you're taking pictures of. If you've got a light, airy type dessert, or if you've got something that you think, for mine, it was the pasta, having something like that, the brighter, the better for me in the food photography. Depending on what you're shooting. So depending on the subject. But Jonathan, thank you again for submitting that image. So let's jump into mine, Luke.
All right, let's go.
So this is my take on something that I found. It's a recipe that I found online that kind of caught my eye visually. So I said, I have to recreate this image, plus make a good meal for the family. So I took the chicken breast, cut it in half, and then basically took it out to the grill, grilled both sides, brought it back in, put it in the oven, threw some mozzarella cheese on there. And while I did that, basically, the ingredients were like basil, parsley. We used the balsamic glaze there, the mozzarella. This is just a series of images that I shot while I was cooking, and I used just my cell phone. I didn't even break out the DSLR. And as far as plating goes, I wanted to get something that visually looked good. And I lit it with just the overhead light in the dining room. So, and if there's the empty plate, of course, and that's an actual picture after I got done with it. This one here is one of the favorites that we have here at the Balkan residence. So we, believe it or not, this is the chicken Alfredo that we've created. We use like angel hair pasta, because for one, it cooks a little faster. It's not as thick as the regular spaghetti, but when we put we do the chicken in a can, believe it or not. That chicken in a can, once you pan sear it and get all the juice out of it, it actually turns into this like crispy chicken.
Nice.
It's almost like shreds of crispy chicken. And then we use the Bertolli Alfredo sauce. Not to do a plug or anything, but that's our favorite. But of course, here's the picture of Bull in the noodles. Here's the chicken as it's pan frying. We actually have a video that we may share with you guys on our Facebook and possibly the website that we did while we were making this. We did some slow-mo video of the pour of the Alfredo and the chicken. So I think, this dish, what do you think about the finished product there?
I like it. I think Gordon Ramsay would be proud with your plating. I think you'd make it to the next round.
You're going to kill somebody.
Side story is Ben can eat pasta. He could put a pasta factory out of business, right?
Yeah.
But he will not touch angel hair.
Really?
Yep.
He's anti-angel hair.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I've never seen anybody that's picky about pasta, believe it or not.
We can go out to a restaurant. That's all he gets is pasta with butter.
Yeah.
But it better not be angel hair.
Wow. Well, that's something we all have to deal with, I guess, right? Okay. Now, this set of images here was my sausage, egg, and cheese croissant from shameless plug Burger King. So I actually said, you know what? They have a 2-for-4 deal. I'm going to get one to eat and I'm going to get one to take pictures of, So I went and found this rock right early in the morning before I went to work, grabbed me a large Coke or sweet tea, whatever it was. And I said, thinking about food photography, think about the challenge that we submitted, what would look pretty cool. I wanted to get something rustic. I wanted to do something outdoors, use the natural light. It was pretty cloudy that day. So I just said, you know what? I'll set it on this rock right here, put the cup in the background. So what do you think about this set of images here?
It's creative because you're not just putting it onto like a table or a piece of wood or a plate. You're using, what you have around you to your advantage.
I kind of tied in a little nature there,
Yeah,
and for me, the grittiness of the rock with I know the croissant's a little flat, but, just seeing, this is still food. This is what we see every day. So anybody can take the same pictures,
Definitely.
This right here is a lunch that I had at the Noodles and Company. So the one on the right there, that's just with the feta, and it's a penne rosa, I believe is what they call it. No mushrooms. I can't do the mushrooms. Sorry, guys.
We know.
But the one on the left, I always order extra marinara because I can actually drink that with a straw. No lie. So, I got marinara put on top of it. And for one, it added the extra shine and, the extra texture, of course, to the image. And I sat right next to the window to get that nice window light, shot it with my cell phone, took it into the Snapseed app, and used my food photography preset that I've got saved in there. So of course it brightens it up. It adds a little bit more sharpness, contrast. And I also do the little blur around the edge to kind of draw attention to the center of the plate. So, all right, Luke, looks like you're up, buddy.
All right.
So kind of give us an idea how you come up with the concept of your homemade chips and salsa.
Well, so I spent the 2 weeks, better part of every single day, freaking out and trying to pick something. Did I want to cook something? Did I want to just do something nice and easy? Did I want to do something I was going to eat? Did I want to do something I could make and just give away to somebody? It was 2 weeks of pure hell, to be honest with you. But because okay, so again, we've all taken pictures of our food at a restaurant or a birthday or something that you post on Instagram.
Right.
Great, that it goes forward. This took it to a whole new level that I'd never done this. You know what I'm saying? So I put everything I possibly could into these next couple shots. But I feel like hopefully it was good. So here we go.
All right. Here's your first set.
So the one on the right-hand side, that was just kind of everything when I was getting started, just kind of get like a before shot. And the wood underneath it's not actually wood. Let me try if I can get this in here. They're actually tiles that I bought from Lowe's for $2. So they're just wood tile. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 white ones, and then I got 4 gray ones. And there's a plethora. There's tons and tons of colors and shapes and sizes. So all in at Lowe's, that was $20 roughly.
Right.
So $20 for supplies that I'm going to use multiple times. So it's not like it's a waste of $20. Everyone will see these boards and tiles again, I promise.
Yes.
Um,
If nothing else, when we go into our product photography or we go into any challenge that requires you to do a small setup, I
mhm.
think this would come in handy. So, very good job in picking out materials that are reusable for future episodes. So,
Yeah, and I was looking for ones that, I mean, actual wood planks, but these tile ones were say were cheaper than the wood flooring, and I could get these individually. I said, and they're pretty durable, so
yeah, in
it was
case
a
you
good
have to
investment.
clean them off or something, yeah, you
Yeah,
just wipe them
yeah,
down, let them dry. I think that's a
yeah.
good idea. All right, let's go into the next set. All right, go ahead.
So again, each item as I was cutting up for my salsa, I would just kind of focus all my attention on that one item that I was working on. So whether it was the limes or the red onion, I spent probably a good 10, 15 minutes, honestly, on each item. I gave it all my love and attention, devotion. It was my muse, if you will, for the shot. Um, I probably took 80 some shots of overall. I think I sent you maybe 40 of them just to edit it out that I
Right.
edited for you. So again, and there's really no. I mean, I don't have food photography knowledge. I kind of looked on Pinterest. I kind of looked what felt good to my eyes, and just popped it on and went. I will say that I did all these pictures with my Galaxy S20, not my DSLR, not my Nikon D810. I kind of wanted it to be, the fact that anybody can do this. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can take the picture or the phone out, take a picture, edit it in any number of photo editing, platforms. I happen to use Lightroom. It's nice and easy, and all my pictures kind of have that dark greeny, high contrast, high days. I like that dark, moody stuff, and it was a struggle for me. FYI, this is the most I've ever talked on this podcast. The
I'm good with
most.
that, and I'm
I've
trying to I'm trying to learn how not to cut in. I'm waiting for you
no,
to
no,
finish.
you're
You're doing
good.
good.
I feel like I should breathe.
Well,
Um,
well, here's the thing. I think you actually put a lot of passion into the images that you took because it shows. For one, the contrast in the colors. Just looking at the tomatoes and the limes together with the orangey light coming from the background.
mhm.
I mean, you spent time and you focused on the challenge, which it does show. And when people see the finished product, I think they'll agree.
Well, I hope so. But it was all I'll just it's all on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So anybody can do this. And I struggle with color images. We all know like black and white.
Right.
So for me to make the color pop, it was more struggle internally than it
Right.
was anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can tell you right now, I tried to change a few of mine to black and white just to see
Mhm.
what it looks like, but you do not want to do food photography
No.
in black and white. It actually almost made me sick. All
The
right.
closest thing to the black and white was the onion or the garlic picture. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying? Because
true. Yeah.
there's no real color in garlic. So it was the closest thing to black and white that I did.
Well, I'll tell you,
Um,
if you change that to black and white, that could definitely be a portrait worth selling. So,
Well, there was a picture of a photograph of a potato maybe a couple years ago. It sold for millions of dollars. A potato.
yeah,
That's it. Black and white image of a potato. It's ugly.
crazy. Crazy. All right. So this image here, this set here, I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. But if you've got any feedback on that one, what do you think?
It was sometimes less is more. The green onions up top. I didn't want to go overboard and pile a billion vegetables in. It was just a couple tomatoes, and the green onions. Um, I like the odd numbers, which there's only 3 tomatoes in that one, and not
Right.
4 or 5 or 6. 3 was just enough to kind of give it that little bit of pop, and you're not paying attention to the tomatoes. The tomatoes are leading you in to the green onions.
Right. I agree. All right. This one here, we're almost at the final shot, it looks like. So, it doesn't look like everything was just placed. It looks like you spend a little time organizing. So, give us a little bit of detail about that
Well,
plating.
so the one on the left, that's everything after I shot everything. That's all my leftovers.
Right.
Um, but those chips, homemade corn chips, I took tortillas, I baked them in the oven for 11 minutes. So everything I got, we ate. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't anything left over. It's just, it's, I don't know. I hate to say that I really, really love this challenge, even though it scared the shit out of me.
Right.
Um, it was a good one. You know, I had
It,
fun with this one.
it was. All right. So here we go, guys. This is one of the final images. And the one on the right, Luke, to me, honestly, submit it to the Good Housekeeping magazine because it's going to be front page and cover. Okay. I'm going to tell you, there's something about it that it's professional. I'm not going to say it's going to win prizes, which it could, but I'm saying this is how it looks when you open up a magazine, and it makes you want that salsa even more. It makes you want to know, who prepared this, who shot the
Mhm.
picture, what it took, to make the salsa. I mean, honestly, to me, it speaks to me. Even though it's
Well,
food.
thank you, thank you. That was the whole point of me sweating myself to death this week. But honestly, it's for that one shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
I
one shot
agree.
can make all of it.
I agree. So
Thank you.
this, guys, this is and I've noticed that you did this odd crop. It's almost like a panoramic style.
Hmm.
So kind of give us an idea of why you chose that kind of crop.
Well, it was just, it's something different. I mean, I was already way off base with everything else. I was so out of my element. Just tried something new, and actually it worked. You know what I'm saying? Beyond that, again, it's the same rest of the vegetables, but I thought, let's try something different. Let's just go wide and go in and see how it turns out.
Very good. So guys out home are watching this, to be honest with you, I knew it was going to be a challenge for me and Luke both, because we do not shoot food professionally, but I can tell you right now, if you guys shoot pictures that are similar to this shot here, or anything that you shoot that you think is special to you, somebody's going to find that just as fascinating, and it could actually create you a job taking pictures for restaurants. How many times have you went into a restaurant to where they don't have pictures of their food?
Hmm.
They don't have pictures of their food on their website, or if they do, it's horrible. It looks like somebody did it with a cell phone. This looks like somebody took a $4,000 camera, $2,000 in lighting, hundreds of dollars worth of fresh produce that they got from Publix, Ingles, wherever, and they specifically had somebody to stage it, and then they shoot something that's magazine worthy. I mean, honestly, that's the way it looks to me. So what
Thank
do
you,
you
sir.
think?
Thank you. Thank you. It's just proof that anybody with a cell phone, unless you're shooting with a Nokia from 1999,
Right.
anybody can do anything with a cell phone. The capabilities nowadays between photo editing or your camera photo, it's you can do it with anything you have. So there's no excuse for anybody to be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. It's anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying?
They can. And like I said, I think this proves it. So, guys out there that are watching this episode, okay, here's the challenge to you. Whatever you make for supper tomorrow or the next day, think about it in terms of what you've seen today. The stages of the prep, the finished product. Have an idea of what you would like to do in your mind, and get 10 images. That's all you need, right, Luke? You don't have to shoot
Yeah.
80,
No,
really,
no, I
because you
shot
have
80 because
multiple
I
items.
was excessive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But let's say you shoot 10 images, okay? And you take them into your Lightroom app, or you take them into your Snapseed, and you go in and you play around with, either like Luke did something more along the neutral toward the dark side, because he had fresh vegetables, he had a good light source on one side. To me, the darker looks really good in what you did, especially the garlic.
Hmm.
And when you guys go back and watch this episode, take a look at some of the details, like the focus area, where you're putting the focus. Should the focus be closer? Should it be further away? Should it be all in focus? Also take a look at, like I say, the lighting. You can adjust a lot of the shadows and the highlights in Lightroom to where, if you don't have the greatest light source, even if it's a lamp over to the right-hand side, it kind of looks like you got a little natural light coming from the right here. But, take these images, send them to us. We'll be glad to post them on our next episode. We'll give you all your photo credits. Tell us how you did it, what you shot it with, and some of the things that would help the other listeners as well. So,
Hmm.
Luke, how do we exit this episode?
So I'll say this: you and I have seen the numbers of the people that watch the videos on YouTube and comment and like. There's enough of y'all out there who are obviously viewing us.
Right.
Just comment. You hate us? Tell us how much you hate us. You love us? Tell us how much you love us. You know what I'm saying? Just be part of the show with us. That's the best thing I can say. You know, if you hate us, tell me you hate me. You know, I don't care.
We won't hold it against you. Just send us some pictures and let us do some critiques. And you know, you may can help out the other listeners of the show. You know, we're not here to really be judged, to be honest. You know, we're doing this because we love to do photography. We love to shoot videos, and we're growing as photographers by doing this. So you can do the same thing. We look forward to seeing your next shot.
Thanks, everybody.
Maybe I can throw that one on there too.
Go ahead.
Oh, why am I blushing?
He could be a flat Roger, you know.
So look, when what's up? I was like, how the hell's he doing? When I first seen him, I thought he was having a Tourette's fit. But all right,
Edit.
Cut. Ooh.
Just so when you edit it, I will have something. You ever look up and you have a second chin?
Yes.
I got a man crush on that guy.
It's ridiculous, right? And the card trick thing in slow-mo, it just freaks you out.
About 15 seconds in, I was crying. Let's edit and then I'll come back to it. How's that?
What was that?
When you paused, I thought, like, am I talking about it? I don't want to talk about it. You talked about it.
I was trying to count myself in. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Was that my turn again?
Your turn again.
Okay. Well, what did I leave off? I'll start fresh. All right. So
did that change anything for you?
Nothing.
Okay. So Luke, now that we've done food photography, what's our next challenge?
Let's go for some product photography. It could be anything around the house, you know, just something that someone's going to could buy, whether you're going to maybe put up on eBay or put something on Etsy. If you just want to show off some weird old Coke cans, anything you got around the house, just something random. Everybody, again, this challenge is still available to everybody because it's nothing that everybody doesn't have. Somebody has something around the house that they can take a picture of.
Okay, here's what I want to add to the challenge. Take a basic snapshot. Okay. Start out with a basic snapshot that anybody can take. And then we challenge you guys to take it to the next level. Let's advance it. Let's add in some textures. Let's add in different backgrounds. Let's add in a little bit of lighting. And let's see the before and after. What do you think about that?
I got you. Okay. I'm up for it.
So we can see where you guys have started and then see how we did the food photography, see the angles we shot, see the edits we did, and let's do that with a product. So I think that's a really good challenge. Okay, guys, so there's the challenge for you guys for the next episode. Make sure you comment, make sure you send us those images for before and after, and tell us how you did it. And that way we can have your shot on our next episode of The Next Shot.